Here in Flow Rider, Volusia County, Florida, here live with the WSDCA, Western States Dwarf Car Association, here for the Southern Nevada Regionals. Hello, race fans, and welcome to LSRTV. My announcing partner and producer here on the night, Charles Woon, and myself, Brandon Kreutz, making the calls here, giving you the action here tonight, enjoying the beautiful warm weather of Florida and a beautiful night to go virtual racing. As we do apologize, we're having major tech issues, but we did our best, and Charles is able to get us on the air, and we're coming in hot for heat race number 1, but we made it.
Yeah, very hot. No pun intended that it's probably like 90 degrees in this room right now, and that is not from the PC. That is from the fumes coming out of my ears right now, trying to get this thing going. But regardless of that, we'll jump literally right into this, going in about as hot as you could possibly jump into one race. But on grid here for heat race number 1 is going to be Sean Jones and Brandon. I have no last name for Brandon, so not sure why that is acting up along other things here tonight. Ryan Winter and Justin Winter are going to be on row 2, followed by Ron Lindgren and Sean Whitney on row 3, followed by Darren Balastelli. I'll never get that one right. And Nick, I know Nick V will get that right. We have the pronunciation on that. Mark Pipe and Vernon Hubbard and Adam Bradley going to be your field here in heat race number 1. Again, good night of racing, I'm sure, here tonight. As we'll see, there we go. Now we're going to get things rolling for heat race number 1.
And that we are. So as I'm having tech issues on my side now also. Boy, I love everything that's going on about tonight, but we're here, we're virtual racing, so I guess can't complain much about that, even though, yeah, I say the fumes are pretty hot coming off of me too.
Yeah, definitely not the night we expected. Good thing is we get some racing, at least virtual here tonight, with some midgets. You know, despite all the tech issues going on here tonight in both of our studios, we got some good racing ahead of us as midgets. These guys never let down, and I don't expect them to start here tonight.
Absolutely. So it should be this time around the pace truck will make its way down into the safety of the infield here, and we'll see some green flag racing for the first time of the night. So these guys are all wound up and ready to go racing, Charles. It is going to be it's going to be Sean Jones leading these guys. He's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air for the first time of the night.
Yeah, Sean Jones, always a favorite. I believe he was the one, possibly the one that $20 earlier on when we were just really getting started. We will go over the sponsors here for tonight's race. Again, we will not forget them. It's hot right now, so we're going for that second battle. It's really hot right now. That is between 099 and Brandon Weatherford and Ryan Winter. Winter, though, as you know, a favorite anytime he comes to the race here.
Absolutely he is, and trying to make something happen back there is Ryan Winter. Winter back there in that third position now, maybe trying to fight up for that second position. These guys on the big half mile, a big track for these small race cars, but the racing action is just as big. So it's going to be 4 cars advancing into the main events here. Ron Lindgren going to be holding on to that transfer spot right now, but here comes Sean Whitney on that high side trying to make something happen. Justin Winter maybe trying to fight under him as well. Yeah, and remember, Ryan Winter and Justin Winter started side by side in this heat race. They are not side by side anymore. Like you said, Whitney trying to get by Lindgren there, trying to make something happen to see if he can get that 4th and final transfer spot. Again, with the competition here, you definitely want to be locked into that A main as quickly as you can. As we've seen, trouble can happen in the B mains. They really get wild. And that they do, so these guys continue to battle it out here so far, and that transfer position is looking favorable for Lindgren as of right now, but he just has to hold on to it, can't make any mistakes, as he's got Sean Whitney hot on his rear earth bar right now. These guys continue to hold strong where they are up front, though.
Yeah, they are strong up front. Under a second. Now we'll say a little over a second between your front guys. This is the battle right here, which consequently, like we said, is the battle for the fourth and final transfer spot. Ron Lindgren has it right now. Sean Whitney wants it, and that battle's actually heating up. Again, we'll make sure we try to get this right. That is Nick, if I get this right, Velasquez. I believe that's correct.
Velasquez.
So he is trying to battle that on. We will get that name right eventually. But he's getting into next as well, but he kind of fades off just a little bit. I think with the right flag out, I think Ron Lindgren's probably got this thing wrapped up in fourth.
That he does is the car behind him just got the outside wall. Velasquez is going to be coming up into that fifth spot. Not going to make it happen soon enough. Sean Jones comes home with a heat race win. Weatherford in second. Ryan Winter third. Lindgren going to lock himself into the game main, coming home in that fourth and final transfer position.
He is indeed. Good racing for the transfer spot up front. Pretty much a Congo line going on up there as heat race number 2 getting ready to come out on to the track here now. As we'll get that grid up on to your screen. It's going to be Camden Robustelli and Michael Spanky Grennert. And going to be on row 1, followed by Darren Brown, Ryan Plexico, Colton Davis, and another one, we'll let you pronounce that one, Tommy, and how'd you say that last name again? We're going to get it right, I promise.
Velasquez.
Followed by Rachel Cantu, Dennis Leibig. Wow, we'll get that one right. William Conover and John Chrisman. Again, I apologize for the roughness. It has not been the day here in the studio that we wanted. A lot of issues going on. We're, quite frankly, just lucky to be here right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We almost had to shut this broadcast down, and that would not have been a good thing. Tech issues really playing hard, so we do apologize if we do seem a little bit out of it. Tech issues actually hitting hard on both sides here is, Charles' computer, the producing computer, and my computer as well. None of my stuff was loading, none of my timing or scoring sheets or names or anything else, so not good, but we did get everything sorted out, and after a little bit of yelling and screaming some not so nice words at our computers, maybe we scared them into working, but they did work, so
yes,
we are here.
I am pretty certain at this point my computer is probably scared of me. I always make the joke I'm going to marry my computer. Right now I want to divorce the thing. So it is what it is. It's a love-hate relationship with technology. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't, well, you just want to chunk it out the window. However, then I'd have to replace the window too. So we'll refrain from throwing it out the window here tonight. That being said, the green flag is out, and we are racing for heat race number 2. 10 laps in these heat races. It should be interesting to see as right now Robustelli out front is Spanky Grinner going to be hanging on to second place. He's had ups and downs here in this series, Brandon. He's been upside down, and he's also been in victory lane.
That he has, but now he's got company. Here comes Darren Brown pulling the slide job. It's going to be the crossover from Grenner down low. Little bit of nerf ball action there, and this time at a quarter number 4, it's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway.
While these two battle on right behind them, they're almost going 3 wide, and that is going to be Davis and another Tommy back there in number 14 and Davis. Those 3 going wild at it, trading spots back and forth, with that battle for second position is still on, but so is the battle for fourth as well.
The battle for the transfer spot. Davis having to pull the crossover down low. As it's going to be Velasquez going to be trying to make some grip, trying to find something happen down there in the low side. It's going to be the crossover that time at a 4. He's going to walk away with it. Now Davis going to dive down to the low side of the racetrack. Can't quite clear the slide job. Give it to the 14 machine that time around.
Yeah, I'm with you. Velasquez and Davis, neither one of them want to give up that spot. That is the transfer spot for fourth position. Right at the moment, Velasquez has it as he's trying to hang on to it. But Colton Davis, no slouch. And if I'm not mistaken, is that the same Colton Davis that was a World Series driver at one time?
Yeah, that it is. So he is out here rocketed away and should be put out a pretty good show here. Just hasn't quite had what he needed to get up to the front of these things. He's had a rough time. His car up into the wall. Around goes the 14 machine. He got collected. That was Grennert. And a tough break for the 14. That's devastating.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. That is not what these guys want to see. Again, we mentioned going through the B mains here is very, very tough. You do not want to do it. If you can lock yourself in, you can. Right now, the ones locked in as we go to your leader. That is Robustelli, Brown, Grennert, or Spanky, and Davis. Those are your four. Plexico trying to get his way in. He is definitely a fan favorite, but right now, he's one spot out of a good spot.
And that he is. So Grennert, he kind of got a pie almost around to the outside wall. He's going to hold into that third position. Now, Colton Davis sitting back there in that fourth position. He's got work to do on Ryan Plexico in front of him. Plexico's got that final transfers position to the 3. And he's trying to stay high, wide, and handsome all the way around the outside of the speedway, the Volusia Raceway Park. He's going to come home with it, the final transfer position.
Definitely is, and getting a word from the chat there that Ron Lingrung is actually Joey. So a switch in the seat here as they switch it up on us. So again, it is not Ron, it is Joey. Well, regardless of who's in that seat is passed. It's time for heat race number 3, Brandon, as it's going to be Ren Johnson and Josh Young going to be your front runners here on row 1 for heat race number 3, followed by Mark Hansen and Bruce Napier, followed by Brad Bain, Dylan Strum, and I believe, yes, that is correct, that is Dylan Strum Racing, followed by Ryan Martinez, Dennis Gilreese, Devin McCree, and Buddy Mills Jr. is not going to be racing here in this race. He is actually running admin, so he is not racing.
Not racing, but these guys are ready to put on another good battle here for all of you as my tech issues continue. It has not been a good night. Here we go. Ren Johnson going to be leading these guys to the drop of the green flag. Next time across the stripe, these guys get one more time around before the pace truck pulls in, and we get racing action underway for heat race number 3.
Definitely a lot of good heat racing so far. I expect to see more. Anything is possible in these series. You never know who's going to win. You know, we tend to see a couple of, you know, front runners, but, you know, at any time you really can't count any of these guys out.
Absolutely not. So we know that the field tends to be really tight here as pace truck pulls in. The green flag is in the air, and we're underway once again here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Ren Johnson trying to make something happen to get that lead, and he's going to power out front. He's got company back behind him. Mark Hansen trying to make some noise. We know he's fast here every week with the 79 machine. He's trying to run that low side all the way against the inside concrete and just can't quite get the momentum off. He shoots to the high side up there right against that loose stuff.
Yeah, that loose stuff, we'll see. That's going to get pushed higher and higher as they progress here. You can already start to see this track really seeing the shine right there where the slick is, and they're running right above it. These little cars are powerful, small. You do not want to go into the slick with them. If you do, you're going to slide up the track as the battle for third right now is on between Josh Young and Bruce Napier. Napier is going to take over the third position, leaving, well, now he's not. Now Napier is going to take it back. He's in fourth position though, but quite comfortable over Ryan Martinez right now.
And that he is, but it's going to be a battle for the lead up front. Mark Hansen, slide job in front of the 42. Now the crossover out of turn 4. It's going to be drag race down into quarter number 1 now. And here comes the 17. Where did he come from? Josh Young. It's going to be 3 wide for the race lead.
3 wide for the race lead right now, and that is insane. You know, we'll talk about something else here in a minute about these cars as they are battling side by side. And Josh Young kind of shot out of a cannon there. He got a huge run. He'll take over the second position, but he's got to get by Mark Hansen, and that's going to be a tough battle to do. Mark Hansen, like you mentioned a little while ago, he is a fast driver, so getting by him is not going to be easy. Young is going to take it to the inside, though. Try to put a slide job. Can't quite complete it.
Can't quite get there. Josh Young try to rip that bottom line. Slides up almost into the door of that 79 machine. Now he's got company from the 04 once again. Here comes the 04 down low. Napier trying to make some noise. Contact out the back straightaway, but it's catastrophic for both of those drivers. Now the slide job can't quite clear. 17 rips on the high side, strong down the front straightaway.
Is very strong, and I really thought that 17 of Young had something for Hansen. Not the case. He backs up a little bit, and now, like you said, Napier trying to get to the inside of both of them as he's going to slide up. Still can't do it as the white flag is out for Mark Hansen. 1 lap to go, but here comes Josh Young. He slides up, takes the lead with the 1 to go mark, but it's still side by side as they come to the line.
Hansen with a slide job out of turn 4. The crossover from the 17 can't quite do it. Heat race win goes to Mark Hansen. Josh Young coming up in second. Bruce Napier going to be third. The final transfer spot is going to go to Ren Johnson in the 42 machine. And then with that already, we go to heat race number 4, the final heat race of the night.
Yeah, definitely a smaller field here than we're used to, Brandon. You know, we're used to seeing a few more heats, I believe, but regardless of that, your 4th and final heat going to be coming out on to the track, as it's going to be, again, fan favorite here, one of the fan favorites, Ryan Ziatti, followed by Ridge Abbott, Cody Majors, Corey Eaton, Cameron Russell, Brandon Wiley, Greg Winter. That is the 3rd Winter we have seen here, a new one tonight on that. Followed by Tyler Blasher, Kobe Kearns, and John Pipe. So a couple of new drivers here, and most importantly, seeing a 3rd Winter here.
So, yeah, Greg Windsor going to be towards the back of this thing, but it is going to be Ryan Ziatti, one of our fan favorites here. That ZRI machine going to be leading these guys to the drop of the green flag next time by. So that 57 looking to make some noise, has not had the best of luck the last couple of weeks, Charles, and he's looking to change that tonight.
Yeah, he is definitely looking to change that here tonight. We'll see if he's able to do so. Excuse me. Again, do want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. We apologize for the roughness. Probably not either one of our best night here. You know, I think we're doing good, but definitely frustrations running with high with the technology here tonight. You know, it's good. These guys are putting on a good show for us, so we don't have to worry about that at any time.
Pace truck is in, the field's on the throttle. The final heat race of the night, heat race number 4. Ryan Ziatti gets the whole shot down into quarter number 1. He's going to come out in the lead. He's got Cody Majors right behind him. The battle for second is on now. Here comes Ridge Abbott looking for that second position. And Cameron Russell is going to be trying to fight down low. He hits a slick spot. He's going to fall back position.
Yeah, he's going to drop to fourth here. Ziotti still out front. Majors, Abbott, and Russell. You're four right behind them. The man that's on the outside looking in, and he looking in from too far out. That is going to be Brandon Wiley as he's trying to run down that 55 in his 33 machine. And he's got a near full. That 55 does with that blue and orange machine. And the pass is made. Brandon Wiley going to move up to fourth.
So Wiley will get that transfer position, but now with these, the 55 slides up. Almost catastrophic there as Wiley gets the crossover that last time out of 4. Now he's going to get the slide job, and he's going to walk away with it as of right now in the turn 3. Here comes the 55 once again. Russell saying no, not today. He almost goes up and over the slick stuff, three-wheeling it up on the cushion.
Yeah, we watched the 55 three-wheeling it. Had he not three-wheeled it and lost a little bit of momentum there, I think that could have been big contact between him and Brandon Wiley. But they managed to keep off of each other, keep this race going. Meanwhile, Ziotti has checked out to a 1.3 second lead. I think we may have a race winner here between him and the Winters again, as both of them really dominated their heat races.
Speaking of race winners, I do believe it is up to $300 to win tonight. Southern Nevada Dwarf Cars, Gilbert, and Schrumbros Racing all putting up $100. $10 each heat race winner from Bats Warehouse. Dirt Pig putting up $10 for the Hard Charger. Honey Girl Farms and $10 for the Quick Time for the night. We will go over all of your winners here later on in the program. And M&M Chassis is going $100 to start at the back of the A main and win it. So you got to choose to start at the back of the A main, and you got to come up to win it for that $100. So possible $400 walking away here with the winner tonight.
Yeah, it makes you wonder as we watch our race leader right now. If you're the leader, you win, you start on pole, and you have a chance to already bring home what looks like $300. Are you going to chance $300 to possibly make $100 extra?
I would. I mean, if you're one of these fast guys like Ziotti, I mean, you're taking a huge risk, but, that's what he's got to do as he comes around to win heat race number 4. Cody Majors second, Rich Abbott third, Brandon Wiley fourth. If you're one of those guys, I don't see why not. I mean, you're taking a chance, but you could get $400 out of the deal.
You very well could, and it's always good. I think I would take the opposite side of that. You could take the 300 or take a chance on the 400. Quite frankly, I have nothing to do during the day, Brandon, and I've been watching a little bit too much of Let's Make a Deal on the early, and I've seen too many people get what they call that zonk. And knowing me, I would be the one that got a zonk, and I'd walk away with nothing because I got tangled up in somebody's mess in the back of the field.
Well, consolation racing time. Nick Velasquez is gonna be your pole sitter here. Colton Davis starting second. Ryan Martinez in third. Fourth is gonna be Cameron Russell. Fifth, Justin Winter. Sixth, Tommy Velasquez. Wow, you got me doing that, Charles. Devin McCree gonna be starting seventh. Eighth is gonna be Corey Eaton. Ninth is gonna be Darren Balistrani. 10th, Rachel Cantu, and the rest of the field will flash on your screen. Your top 10. It's gonna be your B main starting lineup. Consolation race here. It's going to be 20 laps in distance, 8 advancing to the feature, 8 cars advancing to the A main event.
And I did get word, we were reading in chat there, that looking at Cantu again, I'm not sure, pretty sure we updated that in the system there. That is actually Dave Cantu that is driving that machine.
Dave Cantu going to be starting in the 10th position here. The field again one more time around the Volusia Speedway Park before the green flag racing. Fun fact, this track actually started out as a quarter-mile racetrack. It was originally built here in 1968 by Benny Corbin and expanded a year later to a 3/8 mile. 1972 expanded again to a half mile. Sold the track in 1989 or 1992 rather. Sold the track again in 2005 and now owned by World Racing Group and home to the World of Outlaws Super Dirt Car Series and Dirt Car UMP Modified Series. So big organizations. Track has a lot of rich history behind it. NASCAR has been here with the Busch Series many a times, but tonight WSDCA Racing action as we go green on the B main.
We are indeed green flag racing, and we're going to have to get that name right, Brandon. I believe it's Velasquez is how you
Velasquez. Oh, yeah, there's no we. You got to get that name right, Charles.
Eventually, I will get it right. Apparently, my Texas slang just does not allow me to pronunciate names properly. I'll have to work on that. Either way of that, number 41 is out front to doing exactly what he needs to do. Again, we had 4 heats, so that would be 4 there. That's 16. And we have a field of 24 that's going, so you can do the math, figure out how many you're going to advance from this one.
I know somebody's trying to gain positions. That's Colton Davis in the 89 machine. He's high, wide, and handsome all the way against that outside guardrail. As high up as you can go here without going into negative banking, as it does level off up towards the top of this racetrack through corners number 3 and 4. But that 89 machine is riding that high side all the way up into that 3rd position now. And he's trying to make some noise as he started back there at, I believe, the 5th position, now all the way up to that 3rd spot, and he's got company behind him. Here comes the 55 of Russell down low, and the 55 goes around, and that's going to end it for him.
He is dropping like a rock. There he is, stuck into he's not really stuck, he just couldn't get it going like he needed to, as that is unfortunate for him. That's going to end his night now, as Colton Davis still trying to get something done, but Ryan Martinez not letting him have an inch. Meanwhile, looks like Colton Davis having some connection issues there. Sorry, that's Ryan Martinez having the connection issues, as just like that paint that's red, I have a feeling his ping may be in the red as well.
Yeah, that it is, but nevertheless, the 9 fights down low, and he fights himself all the way up into that 2nd position. Colton Davis is at a roadblock. He's got 3 wide in front of him. He's got nearly wrecking in front of him, and it's going to be 3 wide once again. All of these guys trying to maneuver around a lap car. Now the 41 gets collected up and over down at a turn 2.
And around he goes. He's going to be in the pits. His night is done. After that one, and the caution flag is going to come out. So we will take a quick look and see here. We can figure out.
I thought that was the 41 machine, but it definitely was not. That went up and over, and I'm trying to figure out who it was. It was the 14. It was the 14 of Vasquez. Velasquez. Oh my God, you got me doing it. It was one of the Haas automation cars. They saw that, and I called the 41. It turned out to be the 14, and up and over, he just got turned to the negative camber side of his race car, and that was enough for him to catch the clay and go up and over in that 14 machine and up to the outside guardrail, and that'll about end his night.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate there for Tommy, as he is going to be done here tonight. And meanwhile, I'm not sure on the relation. I assume my brothers, there's Nick is still leading this race in that number 41 machine. And again, I'll apologize repeatedly. My Texas accent does not, allow me to pronunciate some names properly.
Charles, say it with me. Ready? Val.
Oh, no.
Say it, Val.
Velasquez.
Velasquez.
This is why I am behind the cameras running the production side of things, folks.
We're just here to have a good time tonight. We gotta blow off some steam somehow after tech issues and still having tech issues and everything else, but right before the broadcast tonight, so gotta blow off the steam somehow.
Definitely do. Regardless if I butcher his name or not, I apologize for that. But what he's not butchering is, he is doing good here tonight. He's leading this B main. Of course, that still means he's going to be towards the back of the A main, but better to be at the back than not starting at all, as the green flag comes back out.
So Velasquez is going to be leading these guys down the back straightaway. He charges down into quarter number 3, and he's got company underneath him. Ryan Martinez trying to get something to say. He's trying to make some noise up there. Couldn't quite make a stick there at the bottom of the racetrack, and now he's got company to his rear nerf bar. Where did Justin Winter come from in the 28 machine? Car upside down back there in front of the leaders, and we'll see if they're able to lift that car out with a crane maybe and stay caution free, and that we do. It's going to be a 3-wide battle up here for the lead now, 28 down low. Now the 5 car trying to sneak in. Speaking of where did he come from, where did Devin McCree come from? He's all the way up to the race lead.
I'm with you. He started 5 spots back. Him and Winter. You know, not only did I not know where Winter came from, as he's up here trying to get for the lead too, I didn't expect him to be in a B main. I figured he was already locked in, but that is not the case. So Justin Winter trying to lock himself in. But like you said, Devin McCree, out of nowhere, 5 spots in gain so far. Here he is battling for the lead, and he's really been the only one that's really given, Nick there a battle for the lead.
And that he has, and the 5 car ducks down to the low side once again. Velasquez up high, McCree down low. A drag race that time around, just a handful of laps to go here. 4 laps to go to be exact. Down the back straightaway, they hit 3.5. The 5 machine carrying the speed down at the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to drift up into the slick. That may open the door for the 41 up top, and that it does. They storm down into quarter number 1. The advantage still goes to the 5.
They definitely can. Right now we have stayed green 18 laps in so far, as it is McCree that's out front right now. It's Nick trying to run him down. Justin Winter again trying to lock himself in. This would be the furthest back, I believe, that Justin Winter would be starting, but those two really trading it back and forth right now between Justin and Nick in the 28 and the 41 machine.
Velasquez got the outside wall. He fell back a couple of spots. Still in the green as far as transfers go. A battle for the lead up front here in the final lap of the B main. Contact all the way down the back straightaway. The 5 to the 28. They were all the way up against the inside concrete. Now the 5 gets loose. It's going to go to Justin Winter, your B main winner. I do believe, and maybe not. As yes, it does go to Justin Winter. Timing had to update. Velasquez is going to be coming home in second, and McCree going to be coming home into that 3rd position, as these guys are going to go into a 5-minute warm-up session. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
We're going to go to pronunciation school.
Yeah, Charles is going to go to a pronunciation school.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, race fans, to LSRTV, your home for sim racing since 2013. I'd like to go over the sponsors here for the events tonight. Obviously, the Southern Nevada Regionals tonight for WSDCA, Western States Dwarf Car Association here. Southern Nevada Dwarf Cars putting up $100 tonight, as well as Gilbert and Strumbros Racing. So again, Southern Nevada Dwarf Cars, Gilbert, and Strumbros Racing all putting up $100 for the race win tonight. Bats Warehouse putting up $10 for the heat race winners. Dirt Pig putting up $10 for the hard charger. Honey Girl Farms putting up $10 for the quick time of the night. And M&M Chassis putting up some challenge tonight, $100 to voluntarily start in the back of the A main and come through and win. So that an extra $100, so you're already $300 that you'd be getting if you volunteer to go to the back and come through and win the A main. So very interesting turn of events here tonight, and well, race fans, it's about time to go to A main racing action here tonight. These guys are wound up and ready to go, and we'll bring you your starting lineup. So, starting on pole, the number 80 machine inside front row, it's going to be Sean Jones coming home with your pole position. Camden Robustelli going to be starting to his outside of the 25. Starting in third, second row inside, Mark Hansen. Ryan Ziotti starting in that fourth position. Brandon Weatherford starting fifth. Zarin Brown in sixth. Josh Young seventh. Eighth is going to be Cody Majors. Starting in the ninth position is going to be Ryan Winter. Michael Grenner going to be starting in 10th. Bruce Napier starting at 11th. Ridge Amat going to be starting 12th. 13th is going to be Ron Lindgren. Ryan Plexico starting in that 14th position. Ren Johnson starting 15th. Brandon Wiley starting in that 16th position. Justin Winter is going to be starting 17th. 18th is going to be Nick Velasquez. 19th is going to go to Devin McCree. Colton Davis starting 20th. 21st is going to go to Ryan Martinez. Sean Whitney starting in 22nd. Corey in 23rd. And starting out in 21st, rounding out, or 24th, rounding out the field is going to be Dennis Gilcrease. 24 car set and ready to rumble the Mighty Midgets around Volusia Speedway Park.
Well, it should be a good one. I did go to some training on pronunciation while we were at the break, so hopefully get that right. One name I do get right, that is, of course, your front runner here. That is going to be Sean Jones, and I don't see him going to the back. I don't think he cares about that extra $100.
Yeah, I see a couple of guys here. Ryan Ziotti took it, Mark Hansen took it, and Ryan Winter took it. Only 3 drivers of the 24-car field are taking up on that offer to start at the back and gain a possible extra $100 here tonight if they win. But nevertheless, it is going to be Brandon Weatherford. You're inside front row, ready to get these guys underway. Or I apologize, it's going to be the 80 machine. My timing is all messed up here. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hold your hats, buckle your seatbelts. It's showtime at Volusia.
It is indeed a showtime as we are underway here at Volusia Speedway Park. Weatherford trying to take to the bottom, and there's a whole host of guys down there on the bottom. We'll see. Look at the 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, including Michael Grenner, or Spanky, as he likes to be called. We'll see if he puts a spanking on the field here tonight, but he has moved up to the top. But a lot of people still down on the bottom, Brandon.
Absolutely, and it was Sean Jones starting up at the front of this thing. I do apologize, but he's going to be one of those guys riding the low side from the lead. Is a couple of guys trying to follow in his footsteps. Josh Young, another one to really ride that inside line here every week. He's making it work down there right up against that inside concrete, and he may be even gaining on your leader. And that he is. It's going to be a battle for the lead up front. The 80 machine overshot the quarter into turn 3. New leader at the line, Josh Young.
Josh Young taking all the way, almost clipping that inside concrete, but he is committed to catfishing the bottom of this track right now, and it's working for him as he does have the lead. Shauna Jones under fire right now from Camden Robustelli, and now here comes Napier trying to get in there as well. Those two really close together as far as side by side, not actually close on the track, but we may see Napier try to get that back as he did lose that third position, but a battle for the lead once again as here comes Jones back under fire to Young.
That bottom line may not be lasting for very long as Sean Jones, high, wide, and handsome. Now this time down the back straightaway. He has the momentum right up against that outside guardrail, and he's riding that high side. New leader once again, the lead change. Sean Jones going to take it right back from Josh Young. Young going to continue to ride that low side, just slow rolling. It's working for maybe a podium, but it won't work for the lead quite yet as he lost that position. Camden Robustelli starting to make way up on the high side. Back behind him, the third position. He may have company from the 0-4 down below him, but not this time. Robustelli, high, wide, and handsome as well, ripping that high side all the way around the Volusia Speedway Park.
Yeah, and I'll point out here somebody that is usually a front runner in these races, Ryan Plexico. He is sitting at the end of the pits right now as he is only on lap 3. So he is many laps down. Looks like possibly having some trouble there. Didn't bring out a caution, so we didn't get to go back and look at it. But Darren Brown did have some issues. That did not bring out a caution. He is now in the pits. Meanwhile, Diotti trying to work his way through this field. He's already to 10th position, but he's actually 6 spots down from where he started, but a lot up as we really don't know just how many he's gained.
Yeah, he started all the way at the back of the field. Mark Hansen was one of the other guys that started at the back of the field, and he's hot in Diotti's tire tracks as he's going to take that position away from Diotti down into quarter number 1, and those guys are going to be in a close battle. A little bit of contact down the back straightaway now. 79 almost going around. That would have been devastating. Ryan Diotti up on the high side now, as it was a close call between him and one of the lap cars back there as well. But these guys are all fighting for position and all trying to keep it clean the best they can. Diotti up to the 10th position. Hansen back there in 11th.
Right now, again,
caution flag flies.
Caution does fly, and it's going to be for Ryan Winter. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened here.
Oh, man. A wild ride down into corner number 1. Charles is all by himself, just a little bit too high. He two-wheeled it, and he locked up the binders, but it wasn't enough. He went up onto the outside wall, and that'll send that car up and over onto its lid. A very soft roll, but it's going to end his night.
And definitely going to end his night. That's not what he wanted to see, as right now you see he has scored 13 spots from where he started, as he was one of our front runners. He's going to be scored in 22nd spot right now. Again, I doubt he'll get back out onto the track. Even if he does, unfortunately, his shot at getting a win is pretty much coming on here tonight.
Absolutely right. The track already starting to slick off quite a bit. And just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to check out your race presenting sponsors here tonight: Southern Nevada Dwarf Cars, Gilbert, Strumbros Racing, Bats Warehouse, Dirt Pig, Honey Girl Farms, M&M Chassis, and of course our channel sponsors: Sawblade.com, Clan War Servers, Fame Design and Media, East Coast Motorsports Media, and Race on Texas and 52 Media. So all of these guys, big help with the event tonight, and of course our sponsors overall with our channel. So big shout out to everybody that makes this happen. And we do apologize, we came in a little hot tonight, but we did make it work, and we are here giving you guys some awesome coverage here again live at LSRTV. If you want your races broadcast with us, livesimracing.com is where you can find us. Again, that's livesimracing.com for all of your information, again, on our company. Your home for sim racing since 2013. Sean Jones going to be all on the front row, all by his lonesome Delaware-style restart. They're going to go green flag racing this time around. Pace truck is in, they're on the throttle. We're underway once again at Volusia.
We are, and Sean Jones going to get a huge jump. Look at the line on the bottom still. I did not think the bottom was going to last this long, and I'm still not convinced that it's the way to go. But right now you see Young, Robustelli, Napier, Grinner, or Spanky down there, all these guys on the bottom, and they're actually making passes on the guys on the top. Again, I just didn't think that bottom would actually hang on as long as it did, Brandon.
Well, there is still most certainly a grip strip down there. It's way up against an inside wall. I saw the 17 of Young three-wheeling it there, but I don't think it's the way to go. We see Robustelli coming around for that second position up on that high side, and I think you just got to take a mid-level entry, drift it all the way up to the outside wall, and power yourself off. I think that's the way to get around here right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it is. We'll see how it all plays out in the end when it's all said and done. Is right now. Again, Michael Grinnert or Spanky are right now 6 spots to the good. He is working his way through Josh Young, who was right up front. He's fallen back a little bit, but Sean Jones, he is right where he started. He is in the first position, and he is kind of checked out right now from this group here, battling for second between Young, Spanky, and Robustelli.
Absolutely has, and it's halfway down, halfway to race here. Lap 20 in the books this time around. John Jones still out in front of this thing so far. The battle for second is heating up as we have caution flag in the speedway once again. And that's going to be for Corey Eaton upside down in corner number 1.
As he goes around a little upside down, we'll take a look at the replay here and see exactly how this all transpired and some contact pit times.
That was kind of odd how he ended up upside down, but yeah, contact to send him spinning, and it looked like he spun, he got back on the throttle and trying to get out of the way of the field, and he rode up with the guardrail, and that'll send him upside down to bring out our second caution of the A main event.
Yeah, it looked like he was almost trying to, pull a little monster truck move there and go right up to the edge and then jump over it. Maybe he wanted a better view. Maybe he thought, okay, I'm wrecked out. I'll just go get a better view and sit up here on this curb. I've done it myself. It's a good view. But regardless of that, I wanted to bring this up a little while ago. We didn't get the chance. If you look at our front two right here, Brandon, maybe you can elaborate for the ones out there that maybe don't know these cars. Some of them have the full body. Some of them have where you can just slip right out the side.
Yeah, so it's all driver preference really, and some of those guys like having the door panel on that passenger side or on the driver's side of the race car, of course, center seat cars, but on the left-hand side of the race car, and some prefer the open doors. So it's really just driver preference, and depending per track, and a lot of these faster tracks, a lot of these guys prefer having that door on, but it's cool that iRacing will give you that option even for the virtual racing.
Yeah, it definitely is, and if I had the option, I'd probably prefer it, the door shut on these things. One, I'm afraid it'd fall out. Two, I think it looks good with your sponsor on there. As you can see, that 25 with Pennzoil written on the side, you get just a little bit more real estate, so you can stick some stickers on there.
Stick some stickers, indeed. So the 80 machine's going to be leading these guys back to the green flag this time around. They're on the throttle already, 3 wide, racing back there, further back in the top 5. And Josh Young trying to fight for the real estate at the bottom of the racetrack now. The 80 machine is going to check out from these guys, and now Young's got company. Here comes the 12 machine. Grenner trying to gain some ground down low.
And Grenner trying to make something happen on the bottom side. We'll see. Can he take over second from Josh Young? We'll find out here momentarily. Again, still running the bottom, but I have seen them slide up just a little bit. Well, make a liar out of me now. They're basically gluing their tires right above. You can see that little strip that you talked about right in there where it's a little moisture, and they're really sticking it down there.
Absolutely, they are right against that inside concrete, and Spanky's making it work down low in that 12 machine as he's trying to just ride that low side. You really got to be so easy on the throttle all the way around this place now, just with how slick it is. But they're finding that grip strip down low, making it work, but not quite good enough. Sean Jones checking out up on the high side right now.
Yeah, you got half this field basically on the grip strip down at the bottom. The rest of the field ripping the lip up at the top, as that's exactly what your race leaders do. We got a caution. It looks like Cody Majors involved.
Yeah, Cody Majors back there. He's going to be one of the cars sent around, and it looks like it actually, that was...
started with the 11, as it is?
Started between him and the 11 machine in front of him, and the 11 machine got the wall, and that'll send both of those cars around. Ryan Winter going to be involved in that one again as well, making contacts, but tough break, and the 9 machine of Ryan Martinez also involved.
Unfortunate for these guys, you know, their night's coming to a little bit of the end as we actually have 10 to go right now on the races. We're under caution for the 3rd time. Laps are ticking away. This is the last thing someone like Spanky up there, Michael Grinnert, Josh Young, Brendan Weatherford, Ryan Diotti, who is working his way up to, he's in 5th position, Mark Hansen. These guys, they don't want to see these cautions. Some of them may, so if they were falling behind, but some of them didn't. If they were really getting ahead of steam going, this is the last thing they wanted to see. And I can promise you, Brandon, you'll probably agree that Sean Jones did not want to see this caution right now.
No, absolutely not. He wanted to be able to try to pull away from the field, and, well, the field was reeled right back into his rear roof bar here. So, though he's going to be out on the row of his own, he's still going to have a lot of company back behind him. He's got the 12, the 17. He's got Weatherford back there in the 099. And look at Mark Hansen. Mark Hansen is the furthest up. No, I lied. Diotti is back there in 5th. Mark Hansen back there in 6th. So Diotti and Hansen have kind of been hand in hand trying to make their way up through the field. But it's going to be Sean Jones, your control car, trying to get the race win here tonight. The pace truck is in. He's on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air.
A green flag back in the air with about 6 left to go. Diotti
one car upside down. Big contact into the outside catch fence. They scatter down the front straightaway. Big wreck off this restart.
Ryan Diotti, we watched it live, goes for a wild ride.
So, looking, it started right out of turn 4. Looking like with possibly the 1 machine of Abbott. So there's kind of 2 separate wrecks there. Started with the 1 machine of Abbott. That was out of turn 4 down the front straightaway, and that caused a big mess down there. And going down into turn 1, Diotti taking a real wild ride.
Yeah, his was kind of all by himself. Meanwhile, other cars, causing a wreck. And, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. He took the risk. He went to the back. He was trying to earn that extra $100. And just like they say on, that show I was talking about earlier, he got zonked.
Diotti trying to go for the style points there. He went up onto the outside wall all the way up to the outer catch fence, and that'll throw him back out into the middle of the racing surface, and he lands on his lid, thus ending his night tonight. So Ryan Diotti just not catching a break the last couple of weeks.
No, he is definitely not caught the breaks he needed here tonight. He tried to get it. He was on his way to potentially $400, and actually it would have been around $410 because he won his heat as well. So over $400. Now he's going to be sitting with the goose egg tonight.
And he will. Sean Jones, Josh Young, Grenard, Weatherford, and Hanson all trying to make something happen. I think every single one of those drivers has a shot at this thing still, with just a couple of laps to go when we take the green flag.
Yeah, just a few laps to go. Going to be 3 to go right now. As Sean Jones out front. Can Spanky do anything, excuse me, with Jones is the question. He's right now in second place, and somebody's upside down. I don't know who it is, but they went for a ride, and we stayed green, though.
Stay green that we do. Sean Jones lost the lead. Grenard out front. Josh Young trying to make some noise. Almost going around is the 17 machine now. Grenard out front of this thing at this very moment. He comes out of turn 4. White flag is in the air one more time around.
And just like that is Michael Grenard Spanky out front for the white flag. Now, I won't say he spanked the field, but he definitely has got the lead when he needs to do it. Again, you only got to lead one lap, and that's the one with the checkered flag waving at the end of it. And that's what he's about to do here tonight. Michael Grenard Spanky going to walk away with the win over Mark Hansen, and Josh Young going to fall to third.
Mark Hansen oh so close to that big money, but just wasn't quite able to get there from the back of the pack. What a show all of these guys put on. Unbelievable. And just a moment, we'll go through your race results. As I believe Grenard is going to celebrate a little bit down here, doing a victory lap, and he's going to do some donuts for you, dirt style, down there in turn 1. So your race results, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Michael Grenard coming home with the race win. Mark Hansen coming home in second, just a little shy of $400. Josh Young coming home in that third position. Brandon Weatherford finishing 4th. John Jones in 5th. Cody Majors finishing in that 6th position. 7th is going to go to Ron Lingren. Colton Davis finishing in that 8th position. I'm sorry. Colton Davis finishing 8th. Brandon Wiley 9th. 10th is going to go to Ryan Winter. The rest of the results will flash by on your screen, and a couple of these guys having a real tough night out there. We saw Ryan Ziotti go for quite a wild ride. Ryan Winter did not have the night that he wanted tonight. So a couple of these guys having a really tough night. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here live on LSRTV for the post-race show. Stay tuned.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300. each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
Welcome back, race fans, to LSRTV, your home for sim racing. As we're bringing the post-race show presented by Clan Wars Servers. Clan Wars Servers is the official communication partner of LSRTV. And here with post-race interviews, he ran down to victory lane with the race winner, handed off to Charles Wooten.
And we do have your race winner here, Michael Grinner, or Spanky as he's known as. Didn't quite put a spanking per se on the field, but you did come up here and lead exactly what you needed to lead. And per what we think here, and we got this, we think we have it right. Are you walking away with $300 here?
No, I didn't go to the back, so I didn't get the $100 to win from M&M, but it's I don't know, it's only like $50-$60 to win. We pay back all the way to 15th place to make it worthwhile for all these guys, so it's not just, winner take all type deal.
All right, so there we got the clarification of that, Brandon, that they put in the money, but it gets spread out through everyone, so everybody gets a little cut of the action. That is good to hear, as these guys are walking away with some as well. But overall, a good run from you here. You went up 9 spots from where you started in the A main here tonight. Oh, definitely a good run for you. First off, as always, congrats on that. How was this track handling out there? It didn't look horribly rough from the booth, but then again, we were in the booth.
Well, it wasn't rough at all. It just kind of, I really thought the track would be more 2 grooves. Jones was running up on top, kind of, holding his own, but he wasn't just pulling away like Sean Jones usually does. But, it had 2 grooves. It wasn't, I won't say it was the funnest racetrack in the world, but it was definitely a little technical down on the bottom.
Well, it definitely was. To talk about that, we saw a lot of drivers down on the bottom. We saw drivers up on the high side. Obviously, you were making some passes down there. How close did you have to be to the bottom, that wall and the concrete on the inside to find that grip there that was allowing you to make some passes?
Oh, pretty much after apex, you had to just let your left front roll on the wall. I really, on that last restart, I got hung on the outside, and I don't know if Josh was sleeping a little bit or what, but I was able to get the jump on the outside, which he did the same thing when he's out there. So even though you want to run the bottom, it looks like on that restart, the outside is the preferred line.
Well, it definitely worked for you. You get the victory here tonight, making a little extra money on the side. Of course, anyone you need to thank on that car or that just tinkers with the car to get you in their victory lane here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Frank and Jan, M&M Chassis. Couldn't do this without them. All the sponsors that have sponsored all these races, they are absolutely amazing. Gilbert, he's done this week after week. He pays for the live broadcast for us. This week we have a bunch of folks from the Southern Nevada Dwarf Car Association that chipped in. Shrum Brothers Racing, Honey Girl Farms, Bats Warehouse, Dirt Pig Racing. I know I'm forgetting one of them, but just a bunch of great group of guys that want to see us come out here and have fun since we can't go racing for a little bit. But and also my daughter, she does all the PayPal stuff for everybody's entry and pays everybody, and that's a big job in itself, so I really appreciate all the help with that. And of course, all the other guys that give us a hand. Our admins, Buddy Mills, and tonight it was Adam. You know, these guys are off in the East Coast. I think Adam's in Florida or something, you know. So they're up late just so we can go have some fun. But I really appreciate it. And all the fans of Western States Dwarf Car Association and the other drivers that don't have a rig, but they're getting on to watch us every night so we can let them have some fun. This is just a blast.
It definitely is a blast, and again, congrats on the win here tonight. And it does look like we have second place with us as well, as he has made his way. We kind of locked him in the production room right now, so we'll let him out of there and see if he has got a copy. Mark Hansen, you got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, well, we let you out of the production room. We kind of locked you in there and shut the door for a minute, but we did open it and let you out. So you get second place here tonight, and you came flying through this field, almost nabbing that win, just a few laps short possibly. What do you think you needed there to get the win tonight?
Yeah, it's funny forgetting me in the production room because, you know, second place usually gets forgotten the next day. And, you know, I just got hung up in that 8 to 12 range for probably, I don't know, 12, 13 laps. It felt like I was able to get up there pretty quick, but me and Diotti were racing really hard. You know, there's nobody I'd rather be side by side with. I know I leaned on him hard a couple times, and but yeah, I got stuck in that middle range a little too long, and just made a couple mistakes that would cost me a position or two and take a couple laps to get back.
Well, overall, a fantastic night here for you. Again, we had that $100 from M&M Chassis to start in the back and win the A main. You know, just out of your grabs. So, how much could you almost taste that $100 bill?
Yeah, you know, I love Frank and Jan. They're great staples of the dwarf car community. I love hanging out with them when we're at our nationals and even outside of the nationals. That's awesome that they put that money up tonight to put that carrot in front of our nose. I haven't been having the best luck the last couple weeks, and I figured maybe if we start in the back and race forward, won't be so much pressure to mess up.
You almost nabbed it here tonight. We'll definitely be watching for you here in the coming races, as we expect to see more out of you, and we could possibly see you in victory lane tomorrow night as we come back and do it one more time this week. That being said, we know you got some sponsors on the car, and you got to thank those people that tinker on the car and you know, make it as fast as it is.
Definitely. You know, first and foremost is my parents and my girlfriend, Chelsea. You know, they put up with me spending time on the simulator, spinning laps, and we know it helps in the real car, but, you know, it's controlling how much time we really spend on the simulator before it becomes obsessive. But no, in real life, I got Sheehan Construction, Calvi Construction, Patches in a Day, the Dog House, Acoustical Designs, 321 Cranes. You know, there's a lot of people that make our program go, and you know, I try and put in an equal amount of time on the simulator to help us in real life too.
Definitely a long list of people that make it happen. It's not just one person. You did a good job.
I'm sorry, I forgot one more.
Okay.
And the mastermind on all the tweaking is Tim. You know, he comes with a list of things every week that we can try, and you know, half of them they're a little too far out in left field, but you know, Tim's been a great asset to our team also.
Oh, there you have it. A true racer always forgets at least one sponsor. That's what makes us racers. We can't remember anything. That being said, you came away here with second place, and that is just about going to do it for us. Brandon, any final words here before we sign off?
Well, race fans, we'd like to be able to wrap up our coverage here from Volusia County, and we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to our coverage of WSDCA. Run Your Races broadcast. Head over to livesimracing.com to get pricing and more information. We'd also like to give a huge shout out to our channel partners, Sawblade.com, Clan Wars Servers, Fame Design and Media, and East Coast Motorsports Media. And from all of us here with WSDCA, LSRTV, in the virtual Volusia Speedway Park, we'd like to say good racing and good night, and we will see you next time.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSRTV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSRTV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.